All right, what's going on, guys? Yes, it has been a minute. I know, I am aware. But so many stuff has been going on. Plus, with everything being the holidays, I haven't been able to keep up, but I am aware of everything that has happened, you know, in the political ring. Again, I don't know how I don't know how big other big YouTubers like fucking Steven Crowder and Brandon Tatum, everyone else, I don't know how they do it, man. Like there's just so much that's changing in the shit. But we're gonna talk about, because I'm not really gonna do my regular reaction because I forgot my other phone. So I have watched the special message that Trump has put out about how this new stimulus bill package, or whatever you want to call it, only gives 600 to actual Americans, while all our other funds, all our money are going fucking overseas into fucking gender studies and fucking museums. Like, bro, what, bro? When I listen to that shit, I'm like, bro, listen. I don't know how you guys can ever vote Democrat again. These people are literally showing you that they do not give a single fuck about you, but yet people will still pull that lever for them every time. Why? Why are you, bruh? So, with everything going on with that, I think Trump is sending the bill back, and I think he's asking for at least 2K for every American, and I think 4K for couples, which is a lot better. So hopefully that goes through. Hopefully that passes very quickly, because listen, we can't, because again, I have to keep it 100. We can't put all the blame on the Democrats, even though they're rotten pieces of shit. I know, but listen, I believe how bills work is that it has to be like voted on some kind of committee, and then it goes to Congress, and then Congress votes on it, and then it goes to the Senate, and then the Senate votes on it, and it goes to the president. I believe that's how it works. If it's not, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But if it's not, let me know down in the comments below. So my thing is, everyone's been saying this has been a bipartisan bill. So that means both Republicans and Democrats looked at this shit and like had to kind of agree on it. Now, if that's true, I'm surprised that because the thing about Republicans, I don't believe they're for big spending, because I also watched the video on Rand Paul, I think it was on Blaze, how he's saying, we're burning up money that we don't have, and it's going to affect future generations. So from that stance, I don't believe that, more so, Republicans aren't big on spending a lot for Americans. I think they're mostly involved in the business side, which is a smart thing, because businesses provide the jobs, and it funds the economy. It keeps the economy rolling. So I get that aspect, but also at the same time, with everyone, but see, it also goes back into the Democrat side, because these motherfuckers are the ones that closed the economy to begin with. They advocated for the closure of everything. So it's kind of like both sides are kind of like at fault here. Republicans should have kind of looked at this, even though they're not big on giving a bunch of money that they don't have. Which is smart, because that's just like anything else. If you burn money you don't have, you're going to be in tremendous debt. So I get that, I understand that, cool. What I'm saying is, they should have looked at this and said, you know what, this is a little bit too small. Even though we're not for spending money we don't have, like, the American people, they're struggling, they need some kind of support. Like, this could have been a great opportunity for Republicans to lead the charge and say, that's what kind of that's what Trump did anyways, because it seems like he's the only one with with kind of a clear head and the shoulders about the American people. Now, as actual political stuff, we can get in that later, but as far as helping out the common guy, he seems to be still on that track. But I'm kind of disappointed in the Republicans, man, because they looked at this, bro. They got fucking more money is going to immigrants, would have been going to immigrants than American people. I think what, 12,000? What was it, 1,000 or 12,000 would have been going to illegal immigrants and like only 600 would have been going to like actual Americans. I'm like, bro, I had to sit back in my seat and think. I was like, okay, bro, Ashton, he's in the bush. I saw him. He's pranking me, bro. There's no way that Republicans and Democrats both looked at this shit and agreed on this and sent it through to Trump's desk. I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way. There's there's no way. There's no way that happened. But again, I mean, I don't know the entire process of, everything that has transpired. I mean, maybe this had to be some kind of way to negotiate so they can try to push out something. I don't know. Looking at it from from an outside perspective, I mean, look, this looks really bad on on both parties. But I mean, and of course, Democrats have been saying, oh, we've been advocating for a payment of $2,000, but Republicans blocked it and blah 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 blah, bro, bullshit. And then yet I still have friends and family who actually believe that cop shit, bro. Like, I think they did advocate it for higher funding for the American people, but I think that was also around the time they were trying to push out that Green New Deal bullshit. So I can understand why Republicans blocked it on that aspect, because the Green New Deal would have done a lot of damage, down the road. So hey, I can take that, what that was, it 1,200 that we first got. So hey, I can, that would have been cool. Let's shoot down the Green New Deal. I mean, fuck that bill, get it out of here. I'll take this, I'll take this money, I mean, luckily for me, I still have my jobs, so I mean, I'd have been okay. But yeah, I understand why they didn't advocate for that 2K to begin with, because everything that was leached on to that first initial bill. But see, a lot of people don't know that shit, man. That's the thing. A lot of people don't actually know the actual facts of everything that's going on in Congress. And I'm glad that Trump came out and said what everything was fucking going to. Bro, I was like, you got millions going to gender studies. You got millions going overseas. You got millions going to fucking museums and arts and shit. Listen, I like museums and I'm a fan of the arts, but fuck that shit. We don't need that shit right now. All right, whatever happens with that, we'll deal with that when the time comes. But right now, the American people are struggling. So, bruh, when I heard that shit, I was like, bro, listen, I don't give a fuck. Listen to me. I don't give a fuck if by some crazy miracle down the line, if Republicans get almost as bad as Democrats, I will never in my fucking life vote Democrat again. Because when I heard that shit, Congress, they thought they had to, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but they had to think of this shit in Congress and send it over to the Senate. You got all this fucking money that the American people need, and you're sending it overseas, bro? Now, again, I don't know, because again, I think, I mean, we do have stuff overseas. I heard Trump saying something about the Egyptian police force or something, and that the only thing they were going to do was just buy Russian weapons or something like that. I mean, I watched it a while ago, so I'm trying to remember, but is Egypt our ally? See, that's where we have to kind of like really look into this shit, because yeah, you can kind of say that, sending all this money is kind of wrong, but in the grand scheme of things, we may also have allies that also need it. So it's best to have, those people still have your six. But so I'm gonna have to look more into that. But from everything else, fucking Cambodia, a bunch of other weird shit. What was it, Pakistan or some shit? Not Afghanistan. Was it Pakistan? Something like that. It's over there in fucking Saudi Arabia or something, Syria. It's over there. It's way the fuck over there. But all I'm saying, man, was bruh. When I heard that shit, I was like, I don't know how any of you retards can ever vote Democrat again, because these people have shown you, they have literally shown you that they do not give two shits about you. And again, we have to give some blame to Republicans too for kind of agreeing on this shit. But again, I kind of see the aspect of, okay, they're more, wary of spending money we don't have. I understand. So it's like I see both, bruh. I mean, and it's crazy because regardless of what happens in January, if Trump is in office or if Biden gets in somehow, 4 years down the line again, when there's another presidential election, people are still gonna vote Democrat, bro. Even though Trump got on the grand stage in front of the world and said, yo, in front of the fucking world, and said Democrats are giving you guys crumbs, fucking crumbs, $600, and yet they're shipping they're shipping millions. They're shipping millions to fucking gender studies and fucking what, study fish and the effects of chopped down trees or something. Bruh, and motherfuckers they're still gonna vote for him 4 years from now in general elections, in local elections, in county elections. They're still gonna vote for Democrats. Bruh, if Jesus never comes back, I would not blame him. Bruh, how do you, oh my god, bro. They're sending millions to study fish, while you're out there fucking struggling, your business is going under, you're losing your livelihood. Democrats want to study fish, bro. I'm getting out of here. Again, if by some miracle, if Republicans get, if they get out of sync and if they start going the way of, Democrats, bro, I may just have to vote independent. I may have to vote libertarian, but I'm telling you guys right now, on this day, I will never in my life vote Democrat again. I'm telling you, I'm off the plantation forever, bro. Forever. Now, you guys can kind of say, well, what if Democrats make a swing back and they have, a more stance of Republican values? I doubt it. But even with that, no. Because again, those worlds are just too different. Like they can't one can't go to the other side. And I mean, politicians switch parties, in their ideals, but as far as their core values, like what the party means as a whole, like its foundation and roots, is just too different. So, bro, I don't care how bad it gets. I will never, after hearing that shit from Trump, even if I was an independent, I would never vote Democrat again. Cause, bruh. And again, people are still gonna pull the lever for him. So I don't know. I really don't know. Some people are just lost, man. Some people, and again, I'm not the most enlightened person in the world. I know there's issues on both sides. Wow. But what I'm saying is, from my opinion, from where I stand right now, the fact that hope I don't get COVID. The fact that these motherfuckers in Congress, because I think the Democrats still hold the lead in Congress. They drew up this shit, bro. They had the vote on this shit. Give more money to the illegals. They want to send billions overseas and to study fish and shit, while you're over there going hungry. You lost your job, lost your livelihood, and yet, because Orange Man bad, you're still 4 years from now, 2 years from now, whatever kind of election, whether it be, again, local or, the primaries, general elections, whatever, they're still going to pull the lever for Democrats. I don't know what can you say to that? At this point, what can you say to that? The fact that these people have shown you that they're willing to send millions overseas and to study bullshit and to give it to museums that aren't even open. I'm getting out of here, man. Take care. Bye bye.